is your boy, Love Gangsta. And I think it's not quite snowing, but not quite raining. I think it's icing out right now. So that's cool. But that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to fucking talk about today is another revelation. Yet another, people. I realized something big today. We've all heard, those of us who've been kind of familiar with the practice of self-love, maybe for a long time. We've heard of we've heard the truth that when you know how to love yourself and are really masterful at doing that, the degree to which you are really good at loving yourself is the same degree, more or less, that you are really good at loving others. At least that's what I've heard and read about and seen YouTube videos about. But it struck me, again, when the truth makes sense more than it would just on paper, which many times it really doesn't. It just, you think it should click with you, but it doesn't always. It's like a combination of it making sense up here and it making sense in here. Oh my God. Ridiculous. Oh man. Yeah, I'm still very much getting used to YouTube. But let me stay focused. Yeah. What's it called? I'm having a thought here, okay? Just give me a minute. Okay, it's back. It struck me viscerally. It landed in a way that, it was a combination of thoughts and feeling it in here and having hands-on experience, thinking about, okay, it's easier too, I found. I've been, I think, making some new friends. I don't know, it's really new. I've been going very slowly but surely out to more meetup groups. And I still, I know it's going to be hard to start my own, but I plan to keep the ball rolling on that in terms of figuring out, how are we going to start our own meetup group? What's it going to look like? I still like the idea of kind of just winging it and just seeing what people want to talk about and really having the focus be on people being close to each other and trying to find how they can relate to each other instead of push each other away. Not literally, but energetically. But anyway, yes, let me try to stay focused here. God damn. Love Gangsta. What is the point again? Yes. It is feeling like when I think about somebody I met recently, I've just started talking to, and the fact that they're the opposite sex than me, I was combined now with the fact that I'm still doing this self-love practice. Haven't given up on that, so now I'm looking at everything through a bit of a different lens, and I am taking that experience now, talking to somebody, seeing, oh, this is the part of me that's taking over, which feels kind of like seasickness or queasiness, oh, it's a new person, and they're a woman, and I'm a man, and what does that say about me? That's where my mind and my heart and my gut immediately goes to. Oh, I'm gonna fuck it up. Oh, we're gonna fuck it up. And that's how this, let me try to make this relate to the idea of you being good at loving yourself, and then that making it easier to like effectively and authentically love somebody else, I realized like, man, I'm not focusing enough on them. I'm making it more about me and like my wants when I'm talking to them, looking back at the texts that I'm sending them. And like, I'm not going to change anything if I keep approaching meeting new people this way. And the fact that like, because they're the opposite sex than me, I know I sound like an alien from another planet. I'll just say that they're a woman. It's just like, I immediately am like, girlfriend, are you my girlfriend? Also, are you my new mama? Are you going to be my mom? Can you be mommy for me? Like, these are the parts that come up. I shit you not, people. And I'm sure I'm far from the only one you out there laying judgment on thee. I know you probably on some level have been there before, whether or not you're there now. I know a lot of us have been, where it's like we want our significant other to be mommy or daddy for us. And I realize, like, damn, I don't want to make anybody feel like that who doesn't want to feel like that, you know. And like, there's a lot of like, can you fix me? Can you fix me, please? I want to be fixed. I'm noticing that's just, these are all the subconscious impulsive thoughts that come up. And I'm like, I just met you, girl. Like, to myself, I'm like, I just met this girl. We're just talking. Wasn't interested in connecting with anybody, like, in, like, a romantic context either. I just want friends. I just want a connection in a way where, like, we both can let go and, like, really be ourselves. And I realize, too, I'm going to need to take the lead on that, I think. That's a whole other subject, but maybe I'll touch on it very briefly. I wanted this to mostly be about kind of meditating on the idea of, you know, I think today I really felt like, God, you know, this would be so much easier if I was much better at loving myself. And that I still can, and that it's just beginning, and I think this is extra motivation now to really learn more about this process and to learn how to better caretake my different parts and my pain and take responsibility for that, so I'm not showing up to any of my relationships that I already have and new ones that are starting right now and being like, can you fix me? Can you love me for me? Does that make sense? Like, can you take responsibility for me feeling loved instead of me, you know, taking responsibility for that? I don't think the lesson should be you shouldn't let people love you or want to be near you and you have to do it all by yourself. In fact, I've seen videos talking about how that can be very damaging and you shouldn't do that. So I'm kind of trying to find a balance here, but I think showing up and recognizing, like, you know, what can I still offer for this person while recognizing that I am still very hurt and I still need a lot of people to listen to my pain. And can that authentically be a part of this new connection, whatever it is? I don't even know if I like it. I don't even know if I want it, to be completely honest. And I feel like, though, it would be useful to tell this girl that. To be completely upfront about that. And that's frightening. That is terrifying, y'all. That is terrifying. But this is the age of everything coming to light. And I think the more I'm open about how scared I am, again, that's another thing that's been recommended by teachers that really know what the fuck they're talking about. and are really good at understanding what it takes to make a successful relationship work. They've said there's been an emphasis to be really clear about how you actually feel, where you're coming from, how you usually are, what your temperament is. Don't hide any more of that. We don't want to dupe anybody. I'll probably talk more about that later, but for now, I just wanted to throw that out there. How important is it to you? I guess this is a question for the audience. How important is it to you to love yourself as much as possible first and kind of meet the other person halfway, I guess? Or is that even the right move? Because you definitely don't want to go into a new connection with somebody and not be wary or mindful of the fact that there are those parts that are gasping for connection. They may come off might be repellent. And it's important that the other person, to recognize that the other person feels a lot of those same feelings too. And it's like, I want somebody to love me and make me feel loved for who I am. Not for who they think I am, but for who I actually am. So, what am I trying to say? A whole lot. A whole lot. Very clearly. But, yeah, what do you guys think? I'd love to hear from you. If you watch this whole thing, I hope so. I hope somebody else out there is watching besides me, letting this play back and looking at myself just babbling off into outer space. But that's fine. If that's what it is for now still, then that's what it'll be. Who gives a shit? For now, this has been Self-Love Gangsta, babbling his fucking ass off. Peace. Bitches. Goodbye.